Welcome to another Explainer. Have you ever wondered why booking a global tour feels so effortless, but actually running one is, well, an absolute logistical nightmare? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the incredibly high-stakes environment of global travel and hospitality operations. Think about it. When you book a flight, check into a hotel, or embark on a tour, you're stepped into this massive, complicated web of interconnected systems. But who makes sure that web doesn't completely tangle? We're looking at the strategic oversight that's required to keep the entire travel ecosystem running flawlessly.
Okay, let's dive into this. How do global travel brands survive? Think about what a modern travel brand is juggling on a daily basis. They're rolling out cutting-edge AI booking systems to anticipate what you want. They're pushing eco-friendly practices so, we actually have a planet left to travel to. And they're aggressively expanding into brand new global markets. And they're doing all of this simultaneously. How do they survive this crazy balancing act without just collapsing under the weight of their own ambitions? Because look, if a brand focuses way too much on digital expansion, their customer service is going to slip. But if they focus entirely on green energy, their operational costs might absolutely skyrocket. Section 1. The Hospitality Management Puzzle.
So the crucial point is, you really have to think of the modern travel industry like a massive symphony orchestra that desperately needs a conductor. And that invisible conductor? That's program management. It's the structured oversight needed to align a company's service transformation, its operational efficiency, and its global expansion strategies. In an industry that is notoriously famous for razor-thin margins and the constant headache of legacy systems, you simply can't have individual departments just playing their own tune. Program management is what ensures that every single initiative, whether we're talking about a chain of international hotels or a massive fleet of airlines, is strategically coordinated. It perfectly balances customer satisfaction, brand reputation, and of course, strict profitability.
Moving on to Section 2, upgrading the guest experience.
At its core, program management ensures that the digital promise perfectly matches the physical reality. You know that familiar anxiety of hoping your hotel room actually looks like the photos on the app? This fixes that. Step 1 actually starts months before the trip even begins, with digital booking platforms. We're talking about managing online reservation systems and highly responsive mobile apps where AI is literally anticipating your ideal itinerary. But the real magic, that happens with a frictionless handover to Step 2, guest experience programs. This structured oversight guarantees that the specific service upgrades or those personalized perks you selected on your phone are actually waiting right there on your pillow when you arrive.
Section 3, optimizing behind-the-scenes operations.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that operational efficiency isn't just some corporate buzzword here. In hospitality, it is a matter of pure survival. And this requires really intense, coordinated oversight. Program managers are constantly optimizing the workforce, right? Making sure the right staff are exactly where they need to be at the exact right time. They're untangling these incredibly complex global supply chains, ensuring that everything from fresh food to clean linens arrives flawlessly. Plus, they're driving some pretty aggressive process automation. By coordinating all of these behind-the-scenes mechanics, they can dramatically reduce overhead costs without you, the guest, ever noticing even a slight drop in quality. It is literally a masterclass in hidden efficiency.
Let's look at Section 4, scaling sustainably and globally. You see, tourism companies face this massive structural tension every single day. On one side of the table, you have aggressive global expansion. They're pushing into new international markets, forming these really complex partnerships and trying to enforce brand standardization across vastly different regions of the world. But then, on the exact opposite side, you have the urgent need for sustainability initiatives, stuff like driving strict energy conservation and waste reduction. It's a tough balance. Program management actually serves as the vital bridge between these two opposing forces. It ensures that as a brand expands across the globe, it's simultaneously hardwiring eco-friendly practices right into those new markets. So, instead of competing goals, it turns them into a single, unified strategy.
Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 5, the ultimate value delivered.
Just imagine for a second the very real danger of fragmented initiatives. Think about it. The AI digital booking team has absolutely zero communication with the sustainability team. Or maybe your top-tier loyalty program isn't even recognized by a newly acquired partner hotel. That kind of fragmentation just breeds operational chaos, and it immediately frustrates the guest, which is exactly what you don't want. Now compare that to the reality of strategically aligned programs. This is the incredible clarity that exceptional program management brings to the table. It ensures that your digital transformation, the actual physical guest experience, and your sustainability goals aren't just operating in these rigid silos. Instead, every single department is pulling in the exact same direction.
And this brilliantly illustrates what happens when you align these massive, diverse initiatives. You don't just get a nice, tidy organizational chart, you get real, measurable bottom-line improvements. Customer loyalty absolutely spikes because the experience is flawlessly personalized right from the app down to the physical checkout desk. Operational resilience hardens because your supply chains and workforces are completely optimized and automated. And global competitiveness just soars because the brand is expanding both sustainably and consistently into exciting new markets. Honestly, this strategic alignment is the exact mechanism that enables organizations to not just survive, but to truly thrive in what is a highly dynamic and, frankly, unforgiving travel landscape.
So, the very next time you effortlessly book a trip on your phone, arrive at the hotel to find your favorite amenities already waiting for you, and notice those cool energy-saving features in your room, you're going to know exactly what's happening behind the scenes. It's not magic, folks. It's masterful program management. But it really does make you wonder, doesn't it? In this incredibly dynamic travel landscape, is your favorite travel brand strategically aligned, or are they just fragmented and sort of hoping for the best? Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and hey, keep looking out for those invisible systems running the world around you.